Welcome to your daily horoscope for Gemini on April 27, 2025. Today presents a fascinating celestial landscape for the twins of the zodiac. As we approach the last few days of April, you're in a significant transitional period, Gemini. With the sun traveling through Taurus in your 12th house of subconscious processing and spiritual connection, you're being called to turn inward before your birthday season begins next month. This is a time of reflection, preparation, and hidden growth, like seeds germinating underground before they burst forth into bloom. Let's explore the key planetary influences affecting you today. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with expansive Jupiter, creating an intellectually stimulating atmosphere perfect for your air sign nature. This aspect enhances your already impressive communication skills and brings fortunate exchanges of information. Ideas flow effortlessly, and your mind is operating at peak capacity. Meanwhile, Venus currently traveling through your own sign of Gemini amplifies your natural charm and magnetic appeal. You're radiating an attractive energy that others find irresistible. However, not everything is smooth sailing. A challenging square between action-oriented Mars and restrictive Saturn could create tension, particularly when you attempt to implement your brilliant ideas. Authority figures may seem unnecessarily rigid today, requiring you to exercise patience, not always your strongest suit, Gemini. In your relationship sphere, Venus in your sign makes you particularly alluring. If you're coupled, your partner is especially drawn to your witty conversation and mental dexterity. Express your feelings through words today, as verbal affirmation carries extra power under these aspects. Single Geminis might find themselves attracting admirers simply by being themselves. An unexpected conversation could ignite a spark, particularly in settings involving learning, communication, or community activities. The moon's position activates your 8th house of intimate connections, adding emotional depth to your interactions. Embrace rather than avoid vulnerability today. Career matters receive a significant boost from the Mercury-Jupiter trine, making this an excellent day for presentations, negotiations, interviews, or creative problem-solving. Your capacity to see multiple perspectives makes you an invaluable team member. However, the Mars-Saturn tension suggests you may face resistance when attempting to implement innovative ideas. Prepare thorough documentation to support your proposals, and don't take bureaucratic obstacles personally. Financially, exercise caution today. The planetary aspects indicate potential unexpected expenses, particularly related to communication devices or transportation, areas where Geminis often spend impulsively. Review your budget before making significant purchases. Health considerations center around your nervous system and respiratory tract, both traditionally associated with your sign. Today's high mental energy could lead to overstimulation if not properly channeled. Incorporate breathing exercises, moderate physical activity, and regular screen breaks into your day. Pay particular attention to wrist and shoulder areas during any physical activities. Socially, you shine brightly with Venus in your sign, making you the center of attention at any gathering. However, the moon's position in your 8th house suggests you might prefer deeper conversations over superficial small talk. Balance is key today. Enjoy light social interactions while also creating space for meaningful exchanges. Your communication skills, always a Gemini strength, receive an exceptional boost today. Your persuasive abilities are enhanced, but be mindful of the Mars-Saturn aspect, which warns against forcefully imposing your opinions. Practice active listening alongside your natural expressiveness. Personal growth opportunities abound in intellectual pursuits. The Mercury-Jupiter aspect favors learning, teaching, writing, and all forms of self-expression. Consider documenting your thoughts or engaging with material that challenges your existing perspectives. The 12th house sun position suggests that insights gained now will prove particularly valuable during your upcoming personal new year. Potential challenges today include mental scatteredness and difficulty focusing, Common Gemini struggles amplified by today's active Mercury aspects. Combat this tendency through conscious prioritization and time management techniques. Creating a structured schedule while building in flexibility will help you harness your mental energy effectively. Watch for opportunities in areas related to communication, community involvement, sibling relationships, and local travel, all traditional Gemini domains receiving favorable aspects today. An invitation, message, or local connection could prove more significant than initially apparent. As guidance for navigating April 27th, remember that your greatest strength today lies in your intellectual flexibility, while your challenge is maintaining focus and emotional presence. Consider adopting this daily affirmation. I channel my mental energy productively and remain open to both ideas and emotions. Lucky colors for you today include yellow and light blue, reflecting your air element and communication-focused energy. Numbers 5 and 14 carry favorable vibrations for you. East and west are advantageous directions if you're making important decisions or arrangements. Looking at the broader context, today represents an important step in your annual cycle. The reflective energy of the sun in your 12th house helps you process the past year's experiences before your upcoming solar return. The connections and skills you develop today, particularly in communication and relationships, will serve you well as you move into your birthday season with its more externally focused energy. For Gemini parents, today brings wonderful opportunities to connect intellectually with your children through shared learning or conversations about their interests. For Gemini students, your retention and comprehension are enhanced, making this an excellent day for studying or research. Your characteristic curiosity serves you especially well today, Gemini. Allow yourself to explore new ideas while also creating space for emotional processing. By balancing mental agility with emotional awareness, you'll make the most of today's complex but ultimately favorable cosmic energies. As the day concludes, take time to record any insights or ideas that emerged. The Mercury-Jupiter trine excels at inspiration, but these thoughts may be fleeting if not captured. Your dreams tonight may carry important messages as the 12th house sun activates your subconscious mind. This evening, engage in activities that help quiet your active mind. Reading, journaling, or a thoughtful conversation with someone close to you would be particularly beneficial. Allow yourself to process the day's mental stimulation before sleep. Remember that today's alignment particularly favors your natural Gemini gifts of adaptability, communication, and intellectual curiosity. By embracing these qualities while remaining grounded in your authentic self, you'll navigate April 27, 2025, with both grace and effectiveness. The stars support your journey today, Gemini. Trust your versatile nature and brilliant mind to lead the way. On April 27, 2025, Gemini experiences a fascinating planetary configuration that deeply influences your mental and spiritual landscape. The sun sits firmly in Taurus, activating your 12th house of subconscious, spirituality, and hidden matters. This placement creates a more introspective period than you typically prefer, pulling your naturally outgoing energy inward for necessary reflection and renewal before your personal new year begins. Mercury, your ruling planet, joins the sun in Taurus, creating a powerful conjunction in this same 12th house. With your planetary ruler in this position, your legendary communication skills turn inward rather than outward. Your mind becomes occupied with deeper questions, unresolved situations, and psychological patterns that typically remain below the surface. Dreams may be particularly vivid and meaningful during this time. The most significant planetary aspect affecting you is Jupiter's position in your own sign of Gemini. This is truly special because Jupiter only visits your sign once every 12 years, making 2025 a period of personal expansion, opportunity, and growth. With Jupiter in Gemini on April 27th, you're in a cycle of renewed confidence, intellectual development, and fresh starts. Your natural curiosity and versatility are amplified, creating opportunities for learning and connection. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces, activating your 10th house of career, reputation, and public standing. This creates an interesting tension with Jupiter in your sign, as Saturn demands discipline and structure in your professional life, while Jupiter encourages expansion and exploration of your personal identity. You may feel pulled between professional obligations and personal freedom. Venus traverses through fiery Aries in your 11th house of friendships, social networks, and future hopes. This placement brings warmth and attraction to your social sphere, potentially introducing beneficial connections through groups, organizations, or friend circles. Venus in this position favors collaborative projects and community involvement. Mars occupies Pisces alongside Saturn in your career sector, providing energy and drive to professional matters. However, with Mars in this water sign rather than a more assertive placement, you may find yourself taking an intuitive, flowing approach to ambition rather than a direct, confrontational one. Creative professional pursuits are especially favored. Uranus continues its long journey through Taurus, bringing unexpected developments and flashes of insight to your 12th house. This might manifest as sudden revelations about your unconscious patterns or surprising shifts in your private life. With Uranus forming a harmonious angle to Mars, innovative approaches to career matters could emerge from seemingly nowhere. Neptune, the planet of dreams and intuition, remains in its home sign of Pisces in your career sector. This long-term transit can bring both inspiration and confusion to your professional path. You might feel drawn toward more creative, compassionate, or spiritually meaningful work, though you should guard against idealizing certain career options or being deceived about professional opportunities. Pluto has recently moved into Aquarius, transforming your 9th house of higher learning, philosophical beliefs, and long-distance travel. This generational planet is gradually reshaping how you understand the world, pushing you to question established wisdom and seek deeper truths. Any belief systems that don't hold up under scrutiny may be dismantled during this transit. The moon transits through structured Capricorn on April 27th, activating your 8th house of shared resources, intimate connections, and transformation. This brings emotional focus to matters involving trust, vulnerability, and financial entanglements. You might feel more serious about these matters than usual, with a need to establish clear boundaries and agreements. Looking at significant aspects between these planetary bodies, Jupiter in your sign forms a challenging square to Saturn in your career house. This creates tension between your desire to expand personal horizons and professional restrictions or responsibilities. The key is finding balance between optimism and pragmatism, between saying yes to new opportunities and honoring existing commitments. The North Node's position indicates your evolutionary path forward, encouraging you to balance intellectual pursuits with practical applications. This alignment supports Jupiter's presence in your sign, suggesting that personal growth comes through sharing your ideas and connecting with others who appreciate your mental agility. For Geminis born in the first decan, May 21 to 31, Jupiter's influence is particularly pronounced, bringing noticeable opportunities for personal expansion. Second decan Geminis, June 1 to 10, feel the Sun-Mercury conjunction in the 12th house most intensely, prompting deeper self-reflection. Third decan Geminis, June 11 to 21, experience the effects of both influences, with an emphasis on balancing inner wisdom with outer expression. The planetary positions on April 27, 2025, ultimately suggest a day of inner processing combined with personal expansion. While your 12th house emphasis encourages retreat and reflection, Jupiter in your sign ensures that this introspection serves your growth rather than isolation. The tension between these energies creates perfect conditions for meaningful insights that can be practically applied once the Sun enters your sign in late May. On April 27, 2025, Gemini's communication landscape receives powerful cosmic support as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Aquarius. This creates an exceptional day for intellectual expansion and expressing your ideas with remarkable clarity and confidence. Your natural eloquence is heightened, making it an ideal time for important conversations, presentations, or crafting persuasive written content. The words seem to flow effortlessly from your mind to your lips or fingertips today. This Mercury-Jupiter aspect opens channels for higher learning and philosophical discourse, enabling you to grasp complex concepts and explain them to others with impressive simplicity. Your ability to translate abstract ideas into accessible language makes you a valuable bridge between different viewpoints. With the moon in Leo activating your third house of communication, there's an added dramatic flair to your expression style today. You might find yourself speaking with more authority and charisma than usual, naturally commanding attention in group settings. This lunar energy supports creative storytelling and adds warmth to your interactions. However, be mindful of a challenging square between Mercury and Neptune that develops in the late afternoon. This aspect could introduce elements of confusion or misinterpretation, particularly in digital communications. Double-check important emails or messages before sending, and don't assume others can read between the lines. Clarity is essential now. For those Geminis working in media, writing, teaching, or public speaking, today brings exceptional opportunities to showcase your talents. Your audience will be particularly receptive to your message, especially when you infuse it with authentic passion. Venus in your first house enhances your verbal charm, making it easier to win people over through conversation. This is an excellent day to initiate important discussions in romantic relationships, as well, as you'll find it easier to express feelings with both logic and emotional sensitivity. The Uranus influence from your 12th house suggests unexpected insights may emerge through dreams or moments of quiet contemplation. Pay attention to sudden inspirations or unusual thought patterns. They contain valuable wisdom that can enhance your communications. Surprising revelations may surface during conversations, particularly regarding long-held assumptions or beliefs. For Geminis studying or working on intellectual projects, your capacity for assimilating and synthesizing information is significantly enhanced today. Conceptual breakthroughs are likely, especially when you allow yourself to approach problems from multiple angles, a specialty of your dual-natured sign. Social media communications benefit from the Jupiter influence, potentially expanding your reach or influence online. Your digital content could reach a wider audience than expected. Trust your natural Gemini adaptability when moving between different communication platforms and contexts today. Each conversation holds the potential for meaningful connection or valuable information exchange. When engaging in important discussions, listen as much as you speak. The Saturn position suggests that demonstrating respectful attention to others' viewpoints will strengthen your credibility and authority. While your mind may race with ideas, disciplining yourself to focus on one concept at a time will yield better results than scattering your communicative energy across too many channels. Technological tools serve you particularly well today, so leverage digital platforms for maximum impact. The evening hours bring a subtle shift as the moon aspects Pluto, deepening conversations and potentially bringing revelations through heartfelt exchanges. This is an excellent time for addressing underlying issues in close relationships through honest, transformative dialogue. Overall, April 27th offers Gemini natives a day of exceptional communicative power and potential. Your natural gifts of versatility, curiosity, and quick thinking are cosmically amplified, allowing you to forge meaningful connections through the power of words and ideas. April 27, 2025 presents a fascinating financial landscape for you, Gemini. With Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a favorable trine with Jupiter in your financial sector, unexpected monetary opportunities may emerge through communication channels. This alignment particularly supports digital ventures, writing projects, or any endeavors requiring quick thinking and adaptability, your natural strengths. The moon's position in Libra today activates your fifth house of creativity and speculation, suggesting that creative investments or side hustles could prove particularly lucrative. Venus dancing through your own sign enhances your persuasive abilities, making this an excellent day for negotiations, interviews, or pitching ideas that could boost your income. Consider how your natural versatility and intellectual approach can be monetized. With Saturn's steady influence in your 10th house of career, any financial moves made today have potential long-term stability, provided you avoid your tendency to scatter your energies across too many prospects. The Sun in Taurus is illuminating your 12th house, indicating that hidden or passive income sources deserve your attention. Perhaps it's time to revisit forgotten investments or explore passive income streams that align with your skills. Be particularly alert around midday when Uranus forms an aspect with your financial houses, possibly bringing a surprising opportunity that requires quick action. Your financial intuition is heightened today thanks to Neptune's gentle influence, but Mercury's practical positioning ensures you won't make decisions based solely on feelings. For optimal financial flow today, focus on knowledge-based assets or educational investments that can increase your market value. The Gemini-Jupiter connection, active today, favors expansion through multiple small ventures rather than a single large investment. Pay attention to conversations with close associates. Casual remarks may contain valuable financial tips. While your quick-moving mind often seeks immediate results, today's planetary positions reward those who can establish systems for steady financial growth over the coming months. Your communications sector is particularly activated, suggesting that networking and information exchange could directly impact your bank account in positive ways. Avoid impulsive purchases today, especially of technology or communication devices, as Mercury's upcoming retrograde might affect their long-term value. Instead, direct your energy toward organizing existing resources and identifying inefficiencies in your spending patterns. The day's energy supports financial collaboration, particularly with air and fire signs who complement your intellectual approach to money matters. Your financial outlook brightens considerably if you can focus your famous adaptability on fewer but more promising opportunities. On April 27, 2025, Geminis find themselves in a particularly favorable cosmic alignment. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in your communication sector, opening doors that previously seemed locked. This isn't just ordinary good fortune, it's targeted cosmic assistance in specific areas of your life. The most fortunate environments for you today center around intellectual exchanges and information gathering. Libraries, conferences, online forums, and educational settings will feel like magnetic fields of opportunity. You'll notice ideas flowing effortlessly when you position yourself in these spaces. Social media platforms also serve as unexpected channels for fortunate connections today. A casual comment might attract attention from someone who can elevate your position or offer valuable insights. Transportation hubs carry special energy for you, making airports, train stations, and even busy intersections potential sites for serendipitous encounters. The universe particularly favors short trips and local movements, so consider taking alternate routes to familiar destinations. Financially, the morning hours between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. mark your most prosperous window, especially for making quick decisions about resource allocation or small investments. Communications technology serves as another fortunate area. Your messages, emails, and calls have a higher likelihood of achieving desired outcomes, particularly when reaching out to siblings, neighbors, or childhood connections. Writing projects initiated today carry a special momentum that will continue for approximately 3 weeks. The color silver acts as a subtle fortune enhancer, so incorporating this shade into your accessories or surroundings amplifies positive energies. Group activities involving 3 to 7 people create the ideal dynamic for your good fortune to manifest, especially when these gatherings focus on idea generation or problem solving. Pay special attention to unexpected information that arrives near 3:45 p.m., as this data contains hidden value that may not be immediately apparent but holds significant future benefit. Your verbal agility reaches peak performance today. Your words carry persuasive power that can open doors, particularly in impromptu conversations. The northwestern direction holds particular fortune for you today, making activities, travels, or connections in that geographical orientation especially favorable. Remember that Jupiter's influence makes educational pursuits extraordinarily fruitful, so any learning opportunity that presents itself deserves your attention. The universe has placed invisible helpers in your path today, particularly individuals born under air signs or those with prominent Mercury placements in their charts. Your natural Gemini adaptability serves as your greatest asset. Remaining flexible allows you to recognize and capitalize on fortunate circumstances that more rigid signs might miss entirely. This cosmic support system remains particularly strong until sunset, so make the most of daylight hours for your most important initiatives. As April 27, 2025 unfolds, Gemini natives find themselves in a particularly dynamic social landscape. Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a stimulating sextile with Jupiter, creating an exceptional day for expanding your social network. This cosmic alignment opens doors to meaningful connections that carry potential for both personal growth and practical advantage. The universe is practically urging you to step outside your comfort zone and engage with diverse groups of people today. A conversation with someone from a completely different background or field of expertise could spark innovative ideas that benefit both parties. The moon's position in Leo amplifies your natural charisma, making you particularly magnetic in group settings. People are drawn to your quick wit and intellectual energy more than usual. Your ability to navigate between different social circles with ease becomes your superpower today. You might find yourself being the connector, introducing people who can help each other in surprising ways. Venus in your communications sector enhances your already impressive verbal finesse, allowing you to express yourself with both clarity and charm. This placement is particularly favorable for reconciling any recent misunderstandings with friends or colleagues. If there's been tension in your social circle, today offers a golden opportunity for healing conversations. Mars in Aquarius activates your house of broader social connections and community engagement, suggesting that group activities, community events, or team projects could bring unexpected joy and fulfillment. An invitation that seems casual might actually lead to significant social advancement. Pay attention to digital communications as well. A message, comment, or online interaction could evolve into something more meaningful than expected. Neptune's influence adds a touch of intuitive understanding to your social interactions, allowing you to sense what others need from you even before they express it. This heightened empathy serves you well in strengthening bonds with both new acquaintances and long-term friends. Social media plays an interesting role in today's cosmic picture for you, Gemini. The stars suggest that an online connection might transition to a valuable in-person relationship. Don't dismiss virtual interactions, as less significant they carry special potential today. Your third house of communication receives beneficial aspects, making this an excellent day for networking events, casual gatherings, or any situation where conversation flows freely. You'll likely find yourself at the center of discussions, effortlessly weaving between serious topics and lighthearted banter. Watch for a surprising reconnection with someone from your past around midday. This encounter carries a purpose beyond mere nostalgia. This person may introduce you to new social opportunities or perspectives that align perfectly with your current life direction. The Libra moon forming a trine to your sign enhances your diplomatic abilities, allowing you to navigate potentially tricky social situations with grace. You might find yourself mediating between friends or bringing harmony to a group dynamic that has been somewhat discordant. Jupiter's position amplifies opportunities for social learning. A friendship or connection formed today likely brings valuable knowledge or wisdom into your life. Be open to learning from those whose life experiences differ significantly from your own. Pay particular attention to connections with water signs. Today, Cáncer, Scorpio, and Pisces individuals may offer perspectives that complement your air-dominant approach to life. These connections feel balancing and restorative. Your social magnetism peaks in the evening hours as the moon forms a favorable aspect to Venus. This makes dinner gatherings, evening events, or nighttime social activities particularly rewarding. Even if you've been feeling socially drained lately, today's energy replenishes rather than depletes. A subtle square between Mercury and Saturn suggests being mindful about commitments you make to groups or individuals. While the day favors expanding your social circle, ensure you're not overextending yourself with promises you can't realistically fulfill. The quality of connections matters more than quantity today. One authentic, depth-filled conversation will prove far more valuable than numerous surface interactions. Look for people who stimulate your intellectual curiosity. These connections have the strongest potential for long-term significance in your life. Pluto's transformative energy touches your house of intimate connections, suggesting that a casual acquaintance might evolve quite suddenly into a deeper friendship or alliance. Be open to allowing relationships to evolve naturally, rather than keeping people in predetermined categories. Your ability to connect ideas extends to connecting people today. Don't hesitate to make introductions between friends from different parts of your life. You might catalyze meaningful relationships or collaborations that benefit everyone involved. As you navigate this socially abundant day, remember that your natural Gemini adaptability is your greatest asset. You can shift communication styles to connect with vastly different personalities, making you the ultimate social chameleon in the most positive sense. The stars suggest particular benefits from intergenerational connections today. Conversations with both those significantly older and younger than yourself bring fresh insights and perspectives that enrich your worldview. By day's end, you're likely to feel socially fulfilled, but perhaps mentally stimulated to the point of restlessness. Plan some quiet time before sleep to integrate the many conversations and connections of this vibrant day. The social seeds planted today have strong potential to flourish into significant relationships that support your personal and professional growth in the months ahead. As April 27, 2025 unfolds for Gemini, you'll find yourself at a fascinating cosmic crossroads. Mercury, your ruling planet, is forming an intriguing sextile with Jupiter, expanding your mental horizons and bringing a wealth of ideas to your normally active mind. This planetary dialogue creates an exceptional day for brainstorming and intellectual pursuits. Don't let these inspirations float away, capture them in writing, as they may prove valuable in the weeks ahead. Your natural curiosity is heightened today, making it an ideal time to explore new subjects or revisit abandoned learning projects. The universe is practically begging you to feed your mind with fresh knowledge. With the moon in Aquarius forming a harmonious air trine to your sign, your emotional intelligence is particularly sharp today. You'll find yourself picking up on subtle social cues that might normally escape your notice. This heightened empathic ability isn't just coincidental, it's a cosmic gift to help navigate some potentially complex interpersonal dynamics heading your way. Pay special attention to nonverbal communication today. Someone close to you may be saying one thing with their words, but revealing something entirely different through their demeanor. Venus is activating your communication sector, bringing a diplomatic touch to your normally direct expression. This is the perfect day to address any lingering misunderstandings or to initiate difficult conversations you've been postponing. Your words carry extra persuasive power today, but remember that, with this power comes responsibility. Avoid manipulating situations purely for personal gain, as karmic repercussions could follow. The day's energy particularly supports technological endeavors. If you've been experiencing issues with devices or digital platforms, Today brings a window of clarity where solutions will present themselves more readily. Your problem-solving abilities are enhanced, especially for logical puzzles and systematic challenges. Take some time for physical movement today, particularly outdoors if possible. With Mars energizing your body's meridian points, sitting still for too long could lead to restlessness and wasted creative energy. Even a brief walk while listening to stimulating audio content could spark breakthrough thinking. Your networking abilities shine exceptionally bright today. Connections made or reinforced now have unusual staying power, potentially developing into important professional relationships. Don't shy away from introducing yourself in digital spaces or reaching out to that industry contact you've been meaning to connect with. Today's numerological signature of 7 2 plus 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 resonates strongly with your intellectual Gemini nature, supporting deep research and investigation. If you've been skating on the surface of a subject, today offers the concentration needed to dive deeper. Watch for synchronicities involving the number 7. They may contain messages about which path to follow next. Nutritionally, your system craves mineral-rich foods today. Magnesium, in particular, could help balance your nervous system and prevent the mental scatteredness that sometimes plagues your sign. Dark leafy greens, nuts, or a banana could make a noticeable difference in your cognitive function. Your creative expression benefits from structure, today, an unusual combination that works particularly well for your dual nature. Set clear boundaries around your creative time, and you'll find inspiration flows more freely within these defined spaces. Avoid multitasking, despite your natural inclination toward it. The planetary alignments suggest that sequential focus will yield far better results than your typical approach of juggling multiple initiatives. In relationships, practice the art of fully present listening. Your tendency to formulate responses while others are still speaking could cause you to miss crucial emotional content today. The difference between hearing and truly listening becomes particularly significant in your romantic partnerships. Financial decisions should be postponed if possible. Neptune's square to your resource sector creates a slightly foggy lens when viewing monetary matters. If decisions can't wait, consult someone with their feet firmly planted on practical ground before committing. Color therapy suggests surrounding yourself with shades of silver and blue today. To enhance mental clarity and communication, consider your clothing choices or environment adjustments accordingly. The evening hours bring a subtle energy shift as the moon moves toward your career sector. Use this time to organize your thoughts around professional goals and prepare for the upcoming week. A few minutes of mindful planning now will create significant momentum for Monday's endeavors. Tonight's dream state may be particularly active and informative. Keep a notebook by your bedside to record insights upon waking. The symbolic messages available through your subconscious are unusually clear and relevant to current life questions. Above all, embrace your natural Gemini adaptability today. Cosmic forces are shifting rapidly, and your ability to adjust course as new information arrives will serve you exceptionally well. Trust your intellectual instincts while remaining open to unexpected viewpoints. This balance of conviction and receptivity is your superpower today. Welcome to your daily horoscope for Gemini on April 27, 2025. Today presents a fascinating celestial landscape for the twins of the zodiac. As we approach the last few days of April, you're in a significant transitional period, Gemini. With the sun traveling through Taurus in your 12th house of subconscious processing and spiritual